Mark Lane, we're here up at Merchant Taylors. You've got your EPG squad in for training today. First and foremost, what do you make of these wonderful new surroundings that you're able to train in?
It's a great facility, brilliant surfaces, and I think ultimately for us as coaches and players, the sort of 5 lanes, the surfaces, the space. It's been great. It's been almost like a breath of fresh air getting over to somewhere new for the players and the staff.
Will your winter pretty much marry the programme of the first 11, whereby you'll be indoors in the facility here, and then you'll move into the marquee come kind of March time?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have a Sunday, a slot on a Sunday to go into the tent, into the marquee, and then we've got 3 sort of pre-season fixtures. So we're playing Berkshire first team at Wormsley on the 14th of April. Then we're playing against Crouch End on the 21st of April, and then we're playing another club side on the 28th. So we're trying to take our winter prep into sort of a pre-season, even though the sort of 18s cricket doesn't really get going until sort of nearer sort of June, apart from the 2020 stuff. So yeah, trying to mirror what the pros are doing.
I suppose playing against those sides, club sides especially, will give the lads an opportunity to play a very good competitive standard of cricket.
Yeah, absolutely. They're used to playing the Surreys, the Sussex, Essex and Kent, so give them some different faces. Can they adapt quickly? And playing against sort of men and blokes who play club cricket, I think is a really, really good thing for them. Almost to show them there's actually some really good cricketers in and around the circuit. And also it connects us to the Middlesex clubs in Crouch End and our sort of partnership with Berkshire. So we think they're really good sort of fixtures that we've picked out, and they're going to be competitive.
Laney, let's have a quick look back at last year, quick reflection on 23, another hugely successful year. Under 16s ECB national champions again. I think I'm right in saying we had the leading run scorer in James Isbell, leading wicket taker in Sammy Singh. Both Middlesex lads obviously lifted the trophy again, beating Yorkshire. You must have been delighted with their progress.
As a unit, you know, Sebastian Morgan in there, you know, Nilesh Bandari came 3rd highest wicket taker. It was just a real collective. Yes, they're highly skillful cricketers actually, but as a team, you know, we only came 2nd in our group. So probably from quarterfinals onwards, it was a 4-game sort of winner takes all. So there was no sort of comfort. We had to win every game to qualify. So actually it was an added pressure it was almost here and now that they had to sort of beat Norfolk in the playoff and then go through that quarters and semis. So yeah, chuffed to bits for them.
A quick word, Laney, on James Isbell, a phenomenal year for him. 600s to his name, of course, and 450s to back that up. His development has been astonishing.
Oh, absolutely. And I think he sort of got better every year, and he's sort of grown and had layers on. The 100 he scored in the final at Yorkshire, which is obviously a high-pressured situation, played beautifully. And the one thing is he's got better across, certainly in the white ball format, where people might have said he's a red ball batter. So he's made himself vulnerable in the winter so that he can get better. And this year we got 2020s, 50 over and 3-day cricket for him. So I think we'll see him develop his white ball skills in the shortest format, and hopefully with someone like Aryan Sawant up the front in the red ball cricket, we should see the true James Isbell, shall we say, in the way that he is kind of deemed to be as a player.
Terrific, look forward to that. You mentioned Sebastian Morgan, another one that really stood out this year. He's obviously earned himself a very well-deserved place in England's under-19s World Cup squad, currently in South Africa. Took a wicket on debut. You must be very proud of his efforts.
Yeah, I think we all are. I think all the staff that work hard with Sebastian, and I've got a very good connection with his cricket master Paul Gover down at Winchester College, and you know, myself and Goves go back. We played under 11 primary school cricket together, so we've got a really good working relationship. And they've supported him fantastically well down there. And at the back of our minds, what's best for the player, for Sebastian, and it's whether he plays in this game or doesn't bowl in that game. So it's been a real collective. It's not just a Middlesex thing. I think the school have played a massive part. But yeah, we're all proud. We're all chuffed to bits he's out there, get to see him on the telly, and you know, even the lads are talking about it in and around training. So everyone's very, very proud. There's no jealousy, very humble, you know, Sebastian as a young man. So yeah, really pleased for him. And hopefully they go on. That's the key.
Laney, quick word on the back office setup. Obviously, Stuart Davidson has left the club.
Yep.
Got an opportunity to move, I think, with his family to another part of the country. So, good luck to him. But Sanjay Patel comes in. In his role, working with you, alongside you. Very much looking forward to talking to Sanjay later. But what will Sanj bring to the role?
Sanjay's, you know, been around Middlesex sort of club cricket, involved with our sort of women and girls, and he's sort of been looking after sort of our under 12s and just kind of fully invested in Middlesex cricket, and then when this opportunity came round, he interviewed brilliantly, and we had no hesitation in offering him the job. He's calm, he's laid back, he's got a little bit in him, but it looks a really calm exterior. And he also knows the scene, he knows the cricket scene in Middlesex inside out.
Laney, looking ahead at 2024, it's difficult, I guess, at this stage to set yourself any targets, but what are your hopes going into this year?
Listen, we want the players to progress. I know it sounds a bit, normal to say that, but we want the players to continue their progression and get better and better. And you know what? I want them to kind of learn how to win. I think it's important for these young lads, if there's a 2020 competition or a finals day, that they're part of that. It's important that they get to the latter stages of any competition because it's more cricket, it's more competitive cricket, and probably against teams they don't often play against. The 3-day stuff is a new experience for some. People like Samraji and Nilesh, who are sort of 17 years, it'll be new for them. But some of the older ones like, Marvin Sawant and Dylan, they played it last year. So actually, are they going to progress? But I think when we get to the white ball stuff, these kids, they all want to win. So why would we not encourage that as long as they're developing and progression? So I think, yes, we'd like to win something, but we'd also like them to continue their development.
Brilliant. Ultimately, Laney, your job as head of the pathway is to develop cricketers for the first 11. 2 of the most recent ones from your crop that have gone up, Nathan Fernandez and of course Noah Cornwell. Nathan's had plenty of opportunities this year in the white ball formats to make a name for himself. What do you make of his progress and how he's stepped up to life as a pro?
Well, I think firstly with Nathan, I came in the last couple of days to help Jono and the staff and just see how he's matured as a young man, and then you see his skills and how much better his skills are getting. And I think that the job for all of us coaches is making sure that these players are ready when that opportunity comes, rather than them learning on the job, that we put the yards in so when the opportunity comes, they're ready for it. And I was with Nath. He hasn't changed. Still a great kid, got a smile on his face, loves cricket. But actually, you watch how his skills, bat and ball, are starting to climb. And same for Noah. Sort of is growing into being a young professional cricketer. And I think they both love every minute of it. So. Let's hopefully they both get opportunities this year in some sort of format and somewhere along the lines. It's exciting for both of them.
And last one, Laney, I know you'll never single anyone out and tell me who you're hoping will be the next one to take that step, but are you pretty optimistic that this current group of cricketers you've got will continue to provide and will provide some pros this year? Yeah,
absolutely. I think our 17s, 18s are the 2 years that have won that under-16s tournament we were talking about, and they're all different skills. You've got a left arm wrist spinner, you've got an off spinner, you've got genuine batters, you've got all rounders. So it's almost like there's a cupboard full of talent in there, and it's almost what does the pro staff need? And I'd like to think we've got it covered. Hopefully many of them get signed. Let's just keep our fingers crossed as we move forward.
Great to hear. Well, look, Laney, thanks ever so much for your time.
Pleasure.
Good luck as you go through the winter. I'm sure we'll catch up with you when you get into the marquee.
Cheers, Fletch.